In the meantime, when the robber leader saw that the body had been removed, he knew that someone else had found the treasure trove. Angry and alarmed, he ordered one of his men to sneak into the city and find out what he could. Well, by sheer chance, the spy had a hole in the sole of his boot and he went into the cobbler's. Mustafa was bursting to tell someone all about his luck. And they gave me a bag of gold for stitching the body together again. Quote, "If you take me to the place, I'll give you another bag of gold," said the robber immediately. The robber nearly danced for joy. Then his heart sank. How was he to find the house he had never seen? "I'll blindfold you again," said the robber. "Then you take your time and try to remember which way you went." As it turned out, the robber was lucky, for Mustafa had an excellent sense of direction. What's more, he had counted his footsteps. So he counted them again. 510, 511, 512. Here, the cobbler wrenched the cloth from his eyes and found himself in front of Ali Baba's palace. The robber handed over the bag of gold and, unseen, drew a red cross on the door. Then he hurried away to give his leader the news. Dusk fell, and as Morgantina was about to enter the palace, she noticed the strange mark. Her suspicions aroused, she quickly drew red cross on all the other doors in the street. At dead of night the wicked band arrived to take revenge, but at the sight of all the red crosses, they stopped in their tracks. Which was the right door? Morgantina had knowingly saved her master from death, and the leader of the gang put his man to the sword for giving him a false lead. "You fools! Can't you do anything properly? I'll go to the city myself." Disgusted as a merchant, he went to Mustafa. Delighted at the idea of earning more money, the cobbler took the robber to Ali Baba's palace. And the wicked man fixed in his mind the exact place and street. Back in his hideout, he ordered 2 of his men to buy a cart and 39 giant jars. Now, after they